Come on.
Welcome to No Scripts Required. No Scripts Required. A podcast with real conversations, zero rehearsals, and absolutely no scripts. And now, here are your hosts.
All right. Well, we are back with a week off because, we're a man down and we had somebody feeling a little under the weather. But,
Jesse.
I'm better now.
But we decided to trudge on, and for the sake of the show, we will carry on without Mike.
It's gonna be
Who has
hard.
decided it was about time to take a trip back to the motherland of Greece.
He's getting all greasy.
Yeah. Although I have to admit, I've been seeing some of the pictures of the food
Yes.
and everything that he's getting over there, and I'm jealous.
I wanted to fly over there and hang out with him.
Yeah, that looks like an amazing trip. I don't envy
It's
the
nice
flight
weather.
there.
No. But the weather looks so nice over there. The food, wow, it's amazing.
Well, they say it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it. I mean, the best thing that we've had going on here is at least it's been back up into the 70s. I mean, today the weather is warm but sucks.
Yeah, it was raining for most of the day, so it was like our first taste of humidity today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm feeling it.
He
I'm
told us
down
about
in
the flight.
down in my office at the house, and I mean, got the window open just trying to air it out, and it's just sticky.
Yeah, he told us about the trip there, and I guess it took quite a while to get there. A couple stops.
9 hours.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
I've been complaining about here in 2 weeks. I got to go to Vegas for work, and I've been complaining about that flight, but
Yeah, 2 hours, 3 hour flight.
Do you get any time to enjoy this casinos?
It's for a trade show, so I mean I'm done at 5:00 every day, but usually trade shows out in Vegas because of the new convention center that they've got.
Yeah.
By the time I leave after walking around that place, dude, I'm freaking beat.
Makes sense.
Well, and I mean I used to live out there, and I
Remember-
enjoyed
oh, yeah.
it,
I remember that.
but I was out there last year, and I literally had to GPS my way down Las Vegas Boulevard.
I hadn't been
Couldn't
to Vegas
figure out
since
where the hell I was.
2003.
Yeah, they've built it up so much. Like everything used to be set back off the road, so you had fountains, you had stuff in front that you were looking at, and then you had the casinos and the hotel set back. Everything that they've been building lately is so close to the road. I mean, I'm in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard, and I had no idea where I was.
Do they still have the guys in the street passing out the little, what I call hooker cards?
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah,
not gonna go away.
yeah. I usually stay down on what is that, Fremont, the old strip.
Yeah. I haven't been there since
As soon as you
2003.
walk outside into the light show or whatever it is that they've got going on, I mean, it's girls and assless chaps trying to take your picture and then charging you $20 for it. And the guys handing out the porn cards and everything. It's as
When was
much
the
as
last time
they've
you were
built
there,
it up, it's still Vegas.
When's the last time you were there, Jim?
2003. I got to go
Same here.
back.
I'm pretty sure. Same.
Oh,
My sister got
you won't
married.
even recognize it. When I lived there, which was around that time, I mean, you used to be able to look at the strip and go, okay, there's the Stratosphere, and then you'd look the other direction and go, there's the Luxor. Like you're looking end to end.
Mhm.
Now if you're standing at the Luxor, you can't even see the Stratosphere. Everything's in the way.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been there.
It's
Yes, sir.
it's completely different and everything. Like it used to be going to Vegas, they were banking on you gambling. So everything, like, to get there was cheap. The hotels were cheap.
Mhm.
Flights were cheap.
None of that anymore.
No, oh, great.
No, I think my flight out there, I used to be able to get flights out there for like a couple $100. Now my flight was like 650, almost $700, and it's not direct.
That's a lot. Doesn't Spirit have like a cheap direct way there?
Yeah, but I'm not going to fly Spirit. That everybody, or I don't know, not Spirit, Frontier.
Frontier. Okay.
Uh, everybody, I have a buddy of mine. The last time that he tried to fly Frontier, he was delayed like 5 times. Then his flight was canceled, and then it was like by the time they actually got him where he was going, it was almost 2 days after.
Oof.
And then my sister-in-law was flying down to Florida on it was either Frontier or Spirit. The weather in Florida was too bad for him to land, so they dropped him in where the heck was it? It was in Georgia, Savannah. They rerouted, landed at Savannah, Georgia. They were literally the last plane to land into Savannah, Georgia. And now my daughter or my sister-in-law is, luckily she is 18, but I mean if this was any earlier, she would have been totally screwed because they pretty much looked at everybody getting off the plane, went, all right, we don't know when your next flight is. We have no information. By the way, the airport's closing. Get out.
Oh, shit.
They didn't set them up with hotels. They didn't do anything. They just dumped them off the plane and said, you're on your own.
Nice.
And that was actually on New Year's Eve because I was sitting up here pulling up all of my Hilton points trying to find them a hotel on New Year's Eve in Savannah, Georgia.
Wow. We use Frontier for Florida, which actually we're using them again in July. And yeah, they've had some delays, but it's the only airliner that offers direct flights to where we go. So just
yeah, I think I want to say between Cleveland and Vegas, I think Southwest had one, but it was insanely expensive even for Southwest. And I mean, I did Delta. I did the upgraded. I mean, I'm tall as shit, so I had to do like the extra leg room seats. And but it's weird because like Beth had gone down earlier this year to New Orleans, and she went for Mardi Gras, which you would think would be a time where the price for everything was jacked up.
Yeah.
She flew round trip from Cleveland to New Orleans first class, cheaper than my trip than my trip to Vegas.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did she take Delta?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would choose to go. I would definitely take Frontier over Spirit, but I would definitely take something else over Frontier. But you can't pass up a direct shot. I don't want to go and get stuck in Georgia for 2 to 4 hours, or Charlotte, where they like to stop. Either Charlotte or Atlanta, they like to stop. I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, I'll blame you.
Honestly, the one that I like, but I'm never able to take them for work trips just because I always leave on a Monday, usually for work. I'll go down and fly out of Akron and take, was it Breeze?
Yeah, I hear good things about them.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
My mom takes them when she goes down to see my aunt and uncle in Florida all the time. And you can do their version of first class. Usually it's the same price as if you're to fly United or American. It's like their normal ticket price. You can usually fly Breeze, whatever plus or whatever their first class is.
Wow.
And those are usually direct. The only problem is like they only fly, like I looked at them for Vegas and it was like I would have had to have flown out on Sunday or Tuesday, which wouldn't have been bad for if I flew out on Sunday. I could have done that. But then it was like the only day to come back was Saturday. And it was like, I'm not going to stay an extra 3 days just so I can fly Breeze.
Right. And then you got to pay to keep your car there, though, too, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Akron? Yeah. See.
yeah. Unless I get dropped off, which usually the way that my trips go, I'm not usually getting back into town until after 11. I'm not going to make somebody come pick me up at like midnight.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
Wait
yeah,
till your son drives and make your son do it.
well, my son's only 10, so
I know. Yeah, 6 more years.
I've got some time.
Well, you have a daughter too, so yeah, there you go. I forgot about your daughters.
Yeah, my daughter's usually asleep by 9,
Nice.
and it's not even like since she got a job or since she got her car. She's never been a late night person. She's usually up early and in bed early.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with going to bed early. I like my sleep.
Me too. I go to bed about 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's
Yeah,
not
same.
early,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's early
that's
for me.
perfect for me. I'm old. I'm okay with it. It's,
Oh yeah, I go to bed early if I could, but I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Vegas, WrestleMania happened in Vegas. Um, I didn't really get a chance to watch the full show. I don't think anybody else really watched it either. I didn't even know it was happening last
I didn't even know what was happening to you guys.
when did they make it a 2-day thing?
I think this
Was
is
that new this year?
No, they did a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure.
I think this is the third year they've done it.
It shows how disconnected I am to it. I thought that was something that was just new for this year. I couldn't believe they were doing 2 nights, and why?
Yeah, it was just probably a money grab.
Money, yes, say money grab. Yeah.
This is one of the things that Mike uploaded as far as the matches went that were going on. Really, the moral of the story is John Cena won again. This is supposed to be his last year.
Anybody see him win?
And this is his 17th championship, so he surpassed Ric Flair. And he's got Travis Scott with him here, which I hate when they bring in these stars and these rappers. They look so awkward out there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I did hear they had what was it? Kerry King from Slayer.
They did, yeah.
Really?
Actually, I think I may have.
As much as I think the rappers are stupid, I like when they do something like that. Mostly because I think most rap nowadays is stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the new stuff isn't that great. I can't understand
them. Ah.
Not at all.
It's mumble rap.
But yeah, this is from WWE's website. Jey Uso beat Gunther for the World Championship, which, if anybody knows, Jey Uso is actually Rikishi's son. That's him. Popular Yeet comment that he makes all the time. So he's a champion. Crowd went nuts for that. This is the New Day versus the Viking Raiders, which didn't really care for that match. This is Jade Cargill and Naomi. Yeah, didn't really get to see that match really too much either. Jacob Fatu, LA Knight for the USA Championship belt. Jacob Fatu won that match.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and then Ray Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. Americano won that match, but he's really what's that guy's name? Chad Gable under the mask. So it's just a stupid storyline they're trying to do. Like who is this guy under the mask? Everybody knows who it is.
I don't know who it is. Now I do.
Tiffany Stratton.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair.
Ooh.
Charlotte Flair lost. Tiffany Stratton, she was an Olympian, wasn't she?
I was going to say that name sounds familiar, but I don't know. I can't place where I know it from.
Wasn't there a Trish Stratton or something?
Trish Stratus. But
Stratus.
Tiffany, I think she was an Olympian or a gymnastics or something like that. One of the two.
What's her name?
Tiffany Stratton.
I'm looking her up. Former gymnast.
Okay.
Damn, she's cute.
Yeah. And then Charlotte Flair, of course, Ric Flair's daughter. She's getting old.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's been around for a while.
Yeah. And then you had the 3-way match: Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. And that's when Paul Heyman turned his back on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns and sided with Seth Rollins.
No way.
Seth Rollins won that match. So
Was,
yeah, I
was
mean,
that supposed to be like surprising or?
that was probably the only surprise of the night, really. Oh, and Joe Hendry facing Randy Orton, which, if anybody knows TNA wrestling, Joe Hendry is the world champion from TNA. He made a surprise appearance and fought Randy Orton, but that was even a very short match. So, I mean, it wasn't really that great. I guess a lot of people liked it, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting all old now. I just can't get into it as much as
You're
I used
old.
to.
Well, I think the problem is because I've tried, just knowing that we kind of touch on this stuff.
Mhm.
I've tried to go and watch some of these recent things, and I think our biggest problem is that we got to live through really the heyday of WWF, WWE. We really got to see what it could be
Mhm.
and what it should have been and should have stayed, and it's just everything's so far fetched now.
It is. It's more real ice. And then Stephanie McMahon talked him into rolling with that type of a gimmick, and it just took off, especially with all the kids. So
That's what
Yeah, I
surprised me
couldn't
when
remember
Dad saw
where
the
I
kids
saw it,
on.
but I thought that I saw something where it was like it was a joke that just went over so well that they stuck with it or something. But that would make sense if it was a Halloween party that he did and
mhm.
they just stuck him with it.
Yeah, so sorry, don't have too much on it. Like I said, I got to watch most of it, but parts of it I did doze off. Um, but
I saw some highlights, but it was just nothing. Nothing wowed me. There was no Hell in a Cell.
no, it really wasn't.
No, but that's the type of stuff that I keep going back to because like I was never really a big wrestling fan. It was just something that never really got me. But stuff like you go back to like that Hell in the Cell, and even though I know it's all everything's scripted and whatever, like as a non fan, I still remember watching that match, going like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, I miss those days.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, or watching like the old ECW, like the original ECW.
Oh yeah,
I
they
mean,
try to do things similar to them, but it just doesn't. It's not the same.
no, you're never going to be able to recreate that. That old ECW was amazing, and I keep going back to I'm not a wrestling fan, but that was amazing.
Hmm. Good times. Definitely some good times for sure.
Ah, draft update. We're over halfway through the second round, and Shador Sanders is still on the board.
That's not allowed. That's wrong.
Well, let's go ahead and pull that up. We'll kind of, stream it and watch it with everybody a little live here. The NFL draft, of course, happened
You got the Seahawks
yesterday,
picking right now.
today. So you can do a little bit of a watch along here. We just can't play the audio because we don't want to get dinged on YouTube. So
Honestly, I thought when the Seahawks traded up to get back ahead of the Browns from that number 4 pick in this round,
Mhm.
I thought they were going to try and jump in and take him.
Guess
Like,
not.
I thought so too.
He's going to go in
I'll
the
be
third round.
With the
Is
one
that
that we
all?
just picked recently,
The
first
running back
pick in
or
the second-
linebacker?
Quinchon?
The linebacker.
Yeah, the linebacker. I don't know anything of him.
I never heard.
Really
I don't know.
Uh,
I didn't even know the running back either. So I watched Ohio State.
That dude, he was the
Really-
number 2 running back in the class.
Who's
talking
the
about
first one?
Junkins?
Anderson?
No, I'm sorry, the number 2 linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Schwezinger or whatever, the
Yeah.
kid from UCLA. That was actually a pretty nice pick there. They may have reached a little bit on him, but it's a pretty, as far as linebackers go, I believe there is a pretty big drop after him. So it was kind of if they wanted to fill that spot in that secondary, like that, they needed to take him there.
Yeah, I don't think Jock's coming back this year. I think that's a pretty significant injury he got. We'll see what happens.
I would love to see him come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. That was a scary.
Yeah, you got run over by Derrick Henry. You're lucky you're alive. That way,
well, I think wasn't that the same type of injury that Shazier from Pittsburgh got?
Well, Shazier's 10 times
Damn
worse. He
near
was
paralyzed
paralyzed. Yeah, he was paralyzed. Yeah, I'm not sure. I remember that, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, because I think that was the same kind of play. Was Shazier just got trucked head on, and
Nothing,
it was the same kind of play that did it to him.
Weird play, yeah. I remember that happened. I remember watching it, and I was like, "Wow."
But yeah, the UCLA linebacker. It was a stretch to take at 33, but I mean, I think they kind of went in today knowing they needed a linebacker, they needed the running back, and they're just not going to mess around.
So the running back they get was better than Trey Henderson or whatever the guy's name is.
Well, I think taking Judkins, I think, really kind of shows that they're probably not bringing Chubb back.
Okay.
Because Judkins is very similar to the type of player that Chubb was.
Okay.
He's a very hard runner.
Yeah, he's gonna be your workhorse back, and they'll move Jerome Ford into that third down pass receiving back. And I personally would have liked to have seen Henderson.
That's what I was wondering. How come thought Henderson was a starter and a better player?
No, they were. I mean, they were both. It was just they're different type. They're different backs. Okay. The thing about Henderson is, I mean, I think I'm trying to remember how many snaps it said. I mean, I don't even know if the kid fumbled during his college career at all. Henderson is incredible ball security. His pass blocking, his pass protection is great. You wouldn't have to worry about him. But Judkins, I mean, dude's a beast.
I think either one would be a good pick, but I understand why the Browns went with Judkins.
Yeah, and it didn't take long because Henderson went to the Patriots 2 picks later, so it's I think everybody pretty much kind of had them pretty stacked together when it came to ratings.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. With the trade that the Browns did with the draft picks, do you think it's because they're more focused on a quarterback for next year?
Next year? They
want in hopes that Jacksonville is pretty much going to suck again this year, and that pick that we took is going to be a high pick again?
Yep. I think they're counting on – they want Arch Manning. Everybody wants Arch Manning.
Well, but that's even if he comes out.
Yeah, that's true. But
he doesn't have to come out next year.
So
really, you're going to bank all of this. You're going to bank your future on a kid that you've seen him a handful this year, but you're really only going to see him for one season.
You shouldn't, but the Browns are dumb, and people are dumb.
I think the draft class for quarterbacks next year is going to be a lot better. Anyhow.
That's what I've been hearing too.
It's a very deep quarterback class. But I mean, I'm sitting there watching this here. The way that this is going, I still think that they like that quarterback from Alabama, Milroe, and I mean, you're by the time, unless the Browns make another trade to move back into the second round, I mean, by the time they come back around, which let me see here when it comes.
They're on pick 51 right now.
Yeah, so their next pick is 67 for the Browns. Okay.
That's the third pick. Right?
67 and then 94. The way that this is all shaking up, I mean, especially with Sanders still on the board, there's once you get into that third round, there's a couple of quarterbacks I wouldn't be mad at them for taking. If Milroe drops, I think that would be a really nice pick in the third round. even if Will Howard is there with that second pick, what was that, 93rd or whatever? I mean, if he's around, I think at 90, that late in the third round, you're not taking a quarterback that you're starting their rookie year. You let Flacco play. You let Will Howard or someone like that, or even Kyle McCord, you let them just watch, learn, and what's the risk at a late third round quarterback? You kind of have that if it falls apart. Well, it was a late third round quarterback,
Right. Well, I think it's been proven that top picks for QBs doesn't always pan out.
Nope.
Well, and especially for Cleveland. I mean,
yeah, you come here to die. Come here to have your career ruined.
Well, how do you think Sanders?
Honestly, what I'd like to see them do is kind of use the rest of this draft to just shore up the offensive line. I mean, they've got a good offensive line if everybody stays healthy, but the past few seasons have shown as soon as that first domino falls, the rest of that line goes to shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
So they've got to do something to get some depth on that offensive line. And I am not 100% sure. Let's see.
So what do we think the problem is with Shador? Why is nobody taking him yet?
It's
Because he's a douchebag.
cocky and thinks he's the best ever. No one likes. They're afraid of his dad interfering too much. They're afraid of Johnny Manziel Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You have the guy made his own draft room and put up a hat of all the teams that he thought might draft him, and that ridiculous freaking chain that he's wearing.
They're all wearing that stupid chain. They're all wearing. Most of them are wearing those chains.
I know, but
yeah, legendary all over the walls.
Talking that much trash and really has done nothing throughout his collegiate career to back up this claim that he is so great. I mean, I'm not saying he's a horrible quarterback, but he's not the next Tom Brady.
No.
I
didn't think he would get passed up as many times as he has so far.
I thought he would go fast in the early second round. I'm surprised he's still out there.
I honestly thought when the Giants made that trade back into the first round, I thought they were taking him.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, who they get? It's like can't remember who they drafted. Dart.
Yeah.
I thought New Orleans was going to take him.
That's what my friend was hoping. She's from New Orleans. She was hoping they'd take him. They passed him right up.
Passed him up. I don't know. But, the Mannings have a relationship with the Haslams. So who knows what they're trying to plan out in the meantime. But yeah,
one guy last night, the draft party, said that they're going to draft Arch Manning, and then Peyton Manning will be our general manager. Like, okay, good luck with that.
They try to get him to be the general manager.
I know that. They're going to try again if they get whoever gets.
See, the part though that everybody forgets is that the only time that you can get you're going to have to go for the number one pick if you want to guarantee that you have him.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're just going to throw the season away just to get this kid, and he might not even come out.
I think they're banking on Jacksonville.
Yeah, I agree.
Be horrible. Which they got a lot of work to do too.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of work to do, but it wasn't that long ago that they were a playoff team.
I mean, that's true.
And really, last year, was it last year? Their biggest hurdle was the fact that Trevor Lawrence kept getting hurt, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. He missed the last couple of games.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I was laughing. Did you happen to catch any of the introduction press conference in Cleveland?
No.
Mm-mm.
It was so boring. They were asking this kid questions. I mean, it's one of those, the fanboy in me wanted to be mad at the trade and be like, how could you pass up on Travis Hunter? Why would you do that? And then you have Travis Hunter at his introduction press conference pulling the Heisman pose and snatching the helmet off the table, putting on a show. And then there's this kid just sitting there just giving blunt, bland, straightforward answers. And it's like, honestly, it reminded me like of a Joe Thomas type.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
Like, so it's like the fanboy in me was mad because I wanted to get the flashy, exciting player. But like the true football fan in me loved that trade.
I
Loved the
love that
pick.
trade. I thought we got a load for that.
Yeah, we got a load for it, and we got a hell of a defensive lineman. And you're going to put him. I mean, You're still going to have to double Garrett, and then what? You're going to leave the other end open because you're going to have to give this kid plenty of attention in the middle.
Yeah, he'll get that attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now taking this linebacker, they've got a pretty stacked defense right now. They're going to be back to that lockdown defense that they were a couple seasons ago.
I agree with that.
And the other thing that kind of popped into my head today is I was listening to some sports talk radio in the car today. It almost reminded me of I can't remember what years it was, but the Baltimore Ravens team where it was like the offense was jack. The offense didn't do much. They did just enough, but that defense was just killer.
Yeah, those Brian Billick's teams.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis, Scruggs, all those guys.
I mean, I know it's a different NFL now, and it's as much as you still want to say defense wins championships, you still got to be able to put some points on the board. The defense can only get you so far, and I think if they can put an offense on the field that that is even remotely productive, I think they'll at least be competitive.
I think so too. I think last year was just a bad year.
I mean, the only problem that we had in offense was just the quarterback situation. I think the rest of the players we have are decent.
Yeah.
Well, but a lot of the quarterback situations also stemmed from that offensive line. As soon as Conklin went back down, everybody just kept falling apart.
I mean, that's true.
And at that point, you could have put anybody back there at quarterback. If you can't even take a 2-step drop before you're getting hit, it doesn't matter who you are.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens with Jacksonville. You know, he can either be the real deal or he can be a flop. But he's not gonna turn that whole team around. That's for sure.
He's thinking he's going to play both snaps of the ball the whole time. He's not.
No, I mean the biggest thing that he's going to do is sell some tickets.
Yeah,
you could probably put him in here and there.
Certain packages, yeah, not the whole. You can't play it both. It's impossible.
This is the NFL.
No, and what are you going to do? You're going to put him as maybe a nickel corner?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Hard to say. I don't know. I think we'll be better this year than we were last year.
I agree.
Definitely. I think we'll definitely be better this year.
We might be surprised with Pickett too. People laugh at me when I say that, but
I just did.
There's a chance. You never know.
He was a first-round pick for a reason.
Right. He might be okay.
Well, and
Johnny Manziel. So hey.
Who drafted him?
But look at Geno Smith. Got on a decent team, had a good year. Sam Darnold had a good year.
Who drafted Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
The Steelers.
It's not like they have the reputation of drafting crap quarterbacks.
That is true. Right?
The Steelers don't miss on draft picks very often.
No.
And especially first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they have a history of doing well.
Yeah. So, I mean, the front office hasn't changed. I mean, it's still been the same people making those picks. It's been the other people around that have changed, and that team just got toxic.
Mm-hmm.
They need to do the first round like this.
They do. This is going by a lot faster, smoother.
Yeah. Well, because what is it? The first round, do they get, 15 minutes?
10 minutes. I think 10 minutes, right? Or 12 minutes?
It was only 7.
I thought it was 10.
For the first?
I know second round it was 7.
Yeah, second round.
But last night, I mean, God, what it was like midnight when the final pick came in.
Let's see who the Packers pick now.
I love this as we all stop talking to watch a muted version of the draft.
The first round is 10 minutes. I just looked
God,
it up.
it feels like it's a freaking half hour.
With all the talking and shit, yes.
Yeah.
Second round is 7 minutes, so you're right.
Yeah, I knew this was 7 minutes. I think next round, I think the third round drops maybe to 6 or 5.
Jordy Nelson, all right.
Well, you should know who you want by then.
Yes,
You know. So.
Well, I mean, we've all seen the pictures on Twitter, like the team puts out. We've all seen the war rooms and draft boards. I mean, these teams have lists of players. If one comes off the board, you just cross it off and move on to the next. Like you said, you know who you're taking. It doesn't take that long. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call it in.
Yep. They just like to have the time go through and this production values. Get all the stories out.
Anthony Belton.
A lot of defensive players going attack. I thought it said, I'm looking at your screen. I thought it said DT, offensive tackle.
Yeah, it's so
big boy.
No, there's been a little bit of a run on the offensive linemen this round.
There's a lot of a run on defensive line too. A lot of edge players. A lot of players picked.
It's kind of weird watching it with no sound though, but I feel like I should be saying something. But...
I'm watching NFL Network draft over here on mute.
Yeah, I'm still, like I said, I'm not a big Shedeur Sanders fan, but I'm just still shocked that we're as far as we are and everybody's passing them up.
They need to keep showing them. I want to
see
the
one that surprised me and I didn't catch it was the New Orleans did take a quarterback with the 8th pick in the second round.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was the kid from Louisville.
Yeah.
The 26-year-old?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
7-year college player. Yep.
Oh, what's his name? Shout.
Tyler Shout. Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon and Whedon.
Oh, let's forget about
same
those.
age.
We done.
Yeah, there's been 6 defensive linemen taken in this round.
Wow, that's a lot for a second round. Yeah, look, the pick is in already. Man, these guys are fast.
Yeah, they'll talk and bullshit for a couple minutes before they actually announce it. But yeah.
Well, let's see. What do we have here as far as best available?
Melvin Gordon. Wow, remember him?
Wow. Best available is the edge rusher from Marshall, Mike Green. Then it's the Toledo defensive tackle.
So Trey Harris from Ole Miss, wide receiver, goes to the Chargers. I like him.
Chargers need some receivers, so
that's not a bad pick.
We had a third.
No, they needed a receiver.
Nothing super flashy, but decent.
He can catch. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's got solid hands.
Oh, they got Najee Harris. Okay.
I think he's over 6 foot too. He's a tall receiver, I think. Can't remember his exact height. So do you think Sanders is going to go, I don't mean to keep bringing him up, but do you think he's going to go undrafted?
No, he'll get picked in the third.
No, he'll get picked. It's just
Could be Mr. Irrelevant. That'd be
I don't.
funny. That'd be great. Number 7.
I've heard multiple different reports, and of course, it's all stuff that I've heard today. I mean, I've heard a little bit leading up, but there's been a lot of talk today that a lot of the GMs were just saying that he kept like everyone was acting like he was a first rounder, but no one had him graded like a first rounder.
I heard that too. Yeah, he was saying that. He was coming out saying it was him and his team.
Yeah, and it was more that the teams, like, nobody really wanted to say anything from the team side because they didn't want to catch all the flack from the, social media wave that would come if anybody caught wind that these teams didn't think he was any good.
Right.
Lilo and Stitch live action. Interesting.
Yeah. What else we got here?
I don't know. It kind of says something though, like when you know how they always do the like, oh, he's most like, and they'll do like a pro comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Shador Sanders' his comparison is to Jared Goff.
Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Goff has been great since he got to Detroit, but it's definitely been more years than not that he is kind of soft.
Yep. I agree.
We got some of these, I guess that trend that was going on with Chat GBT.
Oh, yeah.
Making, figures.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I made one for
so
myself.
we can go ahead and show those if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Move them on here. Want to go ahead and pull them up, or
You got them, or you want me to find them?
I can do it if you want me to.
All right.
Here's the first one. Charger fans, and then second one, Jets fans.
Aw.
That could also double as Browns fans.
I was about to say the same thing. In that hat color's wrong. That's really green.
Eagles fan.
There you go. Batteries.
Patriots fan. Everything's Tom Brady.
Yep.
Comes with its own Super Bowl ring.
Chiefs fans.
That Lakers.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah, look at that. What's with the CD?
I don't know. I can't see that. But I'm taking it that he's the front runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yankees.
bandwagon fan right
That's
there.
bandwagon fans right there. Yankees.
Maybe that's what the CD is, isn't there? No, is there a song called Bandwagon?
I have no idea.
Oh, I wish I could see it, but I can't. Oh well. There's Browns fans.
Beer. That's not bad.
I don't know. We don't smile that much.
When we're drunk, we do.
We're drunk, we do.
No, then we get mad.
Or we just pass out in our seats.
Mid-tier.
That's great.
C quarterback.
Yeah, except now he's a mid-tier Big Ten quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's right. Big Ten's out there. Oh, Tryon just made a trade. Lions, excuse me.
Raiders fan.
Nice.
That's accurate.
Oh, the Modelo and the knife and the gun. That's great.
Here's another Chiefs fan.
That guy should have a bag of money. That's the guy who's robbing banks.
Don't worry, be furry. Broncos fan. Pretty accurate.
Peyton in a neck brace.
Baltimore.
That's gonna be Watson.
I was going to say that could double as Browns.
Chargers again.
That's that poor girl. That's a real fan. They gave her a hard time a couple years ago.
Caleb Williams.
Look at the TV. Are you watching the Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins is calling the Bears selection.
Okay, let's put it back up.
He came out with his championship belt with it. Oh, it says Bears on it.
Hey, look, that covers both topics in one night: WWE and the draft. Yeah,
There you go.
We're done. We're going home.
Is Seth Rollins from Chicago? I don't
I
know.
have no idea.
I don't know why he's there.
Needs money.
But they're saying WWE style, if you know or watched the old school WCW back in the day, Paul Heyman was in WCW and he had a group called the Dangerous Alliance, which a lot of the wrestlers in that faction were like Stunning Steve Austin, Ravishing Rick Rude, people like that. So they're saying that he's going to rebuild that faction and Seth Rollins is going to be one of the members.
Okay.
But I don't know where Seth Rollins is from, so
Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of what it has come to. Is it's nothing new anymore. It's just reinventing the stuff that worked in the past, and hopefully they do it right.
Right. Well, it could be
He's from
for
Iowa.
promoting
He
these.
was born in Davenport, Iowa.
Okay. Well, he could be there because they're trying to promote these belts that these each team has. The NFL team. These belts are actually made by the same company that makes WWE belts.
Oh, okay.
And they made these championship belts for every single NFL team, and they're probably using him to try to promote that. That's why he's got it on his shoulder.
I just Googled, why is he there?
That's funny. Well, the other ones here. Oh, here we go. Deshaun Watson.
I saw that one.
Jalen Hurts.
Tush push. That's great.
Aaron Rodgers.
I like that. Supreme should be.
So is he going to play?
I doubt it. Who
I
wants
don't know.
to?
He just needs to make up his mind.
He just
Someone said something to him today, or said something about him. Who was it? I can't remember. That he needs to either decide or disappear.
he's having too much fun.
Yeah,
doing it.
he needs to shit or get off the pot.
He's having too much fun doing it. So he's in the news for good, for something good.
Making himself too much of a distraction. Cowboys fan. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Also, one kid. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's above the handcuffs?
Maybe he's a freak.
What is that above the
What the
handcuffs?
hell is that?
Is that like a orange?
I don't know what that is.
Huh.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's it with those. But yeah, I think we have some fan submissions that we're going to show next week when Mike comes back of ones that are made.
Is Mike going to be back next week, or I thought he gets home?
He's gonna try and get on when he gets home.
And then I guess the last thing we should probably take knowledge of is Steve Mongo McMichael passed away. Bears legend, former WCW wrestler too. He was battling. What was he battling? ALS.
Yeah.
He was in rough shape for the longest time.
It's a horrible disease.
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
That's all we really had on the agenda. And as always, it's
awesome. He be licking.
That's I was sitting there flipping through. I'm like, I know these things are here somewhere. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, you gotta get used to finding it all. We got so much stuff uploaded on here. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was trying. I had found a couple of. I had made a couple of backdrops for the old guys gaming that I was going to send over to you because I wasn't quite sure how to add like the Facebook Live, the YouTube. Like there was a couple of things that I wanted to get thrown on there. So I got to put those in here. And then I've still got to try and figure out how the hell to get a smooth stream on that, because that is such a weird problem that only when you run audio it gets choppy.
Yeah, that's strange. Well, yeah, definitely have to figure that out, because you shouldn't have to go get a capture card. You should just be able to share it. He's got a video posted on here, uploaded about Easter Rocker War from Greece. I wonder if this is his video. Let's see. So
pretty
that
cool.
was in honor of Mike because he's over in that location. So I
He's
think he got
there.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had posted something. That was
Yeah.
something they did
Last Friday.
they did it like a week or I think it was like a week or two before Mike got there.
Oh,
So
I
it
thought
was
it was
like
on
he
Easter,
just
so-
missed it.
yeah. So that's probably why it's on there.
That's pretty cool though.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I can never keep straight the date because Greek Easter is not the normal.
This year was the same. It was the
Easter.
same year, same this year as us.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so it was on. It was done Friday.
Huh.
Who's Phi Gunter?
Gunther. That's probably who he's referring to.
Okay.
Gunther was the guy that Jey Uso fought for the championship. It was like the first match of the event.
Okay.
So yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got. I don't know if
I
you
got
got anything that you want to add. It's kind of an impromptu thing. So busy with, you have a couple people that aren't here and kind of throws things off. And you were out of town. I've been working crazy hours. Jesse's been sick. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, I know that we always go under no scripts, but I'll actually have to try and. I should be home all next week, so I mean, still got to work, but at least I'm not traveling, so I should be able to try and put some more time into finding some stuff.
Cool.
But other than that, though, I think I'm good.
Me too.
Just in case anybody's wondering, we're on to the 59th pick, and Shador Sanders is still available.
They just took Raiders. Just took Jack Beck, whatever his name is.
That was the one I thought that they might do it just because they're the Raiders.
Yeah,
And my boss is a diehard Raiders fan.
For a while I
So,
thought the Raiders were
Russell,
going to
they're
try to
like,
go for
never again.
Sanders too.
What was that?
Yeah, I kept teasing him that if Sanders was there, that they were going to take him. And honestly, when the Browns first made that trade and dropped back to 5, I thought they were going to take Genty. I thought they were going to take the running back from Boise. And my boss was texting me as soon as they made the trade. They better not take my running back. I'm like, don't worry, Sanders will still be there. I mean, he was threatening to fire me if the Raiders took Sanders.
I thought the Raiders, I thought the Saints, and
I thought the Saints for sure because they need a quarterback.
Well, I mean, the Raiders have Geno Smith, so I mean, do they really need to worry about the quarterback right now?
They're good for a year or two with him. 3 years maybe you got left.
Yeah, so I mean, they might be doing the same thing that we think the Browns might be doing. They just might be holding out for a deeper class next year. Either that, or I mean, what do the Raiders have? So the Raiders pick right behind the Browns. They pick at 68 too. So, and they also have 98 and 99. So the Raiders have three third round picks. So they still might take a quarterback.
Guess only time will tell. I
And
guess
as
we'll
far
see.
as quarterbacks go, I mean, you still have Sanders, obviously. You still have Jalen Milroe, Will Howard, Quinn Ewers, Kyle McCord. There's still decent quarterbacks out there. But from what I'm seeing, though, at least here in the second round, the only people left to pick, Baltimore's not taking a quarterback, Denver's not, Washington's not, Chicago's not, Kansas City, and Philly. So, I mean, unless there's a trade, I don't see any other quarterbacks going this round.
Who did Philly get to replace Pickett? Anybody know? Because now they don't have a backup.
Oh, let's see here.
They could very well possibly.
Jack, that Beach, that guy, his brother was killed in the New Year's Eve attack in Bourbon Street. I forgot about that.
Oh, they've got Robinson, Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We traded him over there.
Yeah, so their depth chart is Jalen Hurts, Tanner McKee, and Dorian Thompson Robinson. So they have 3 QBs on the roster.
I guess that answers that.
Yeah, I don't know. Third round could be kind of interesting. But either way, I mean, you guys want to keep going, or are you guys good?
I think I'm good. I don't have any content, unfortunately, to share. Just anybody that's tuning in, thanks for listening to us BS for an hour.
Well, I mean, hey, we put it in the damn title. No scripts. This is by pure definition what our show is.
All right, yeah. If you want to lead us out, I'm good.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for listening. If you could be so kind, I mean, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the bell, whatever all that stuff is. You know, this shit. And hopefully we can all maybe put some more effort in this week if we're all feeling better and have a little bit more time. But you know, life is life, and sometimes things just take precedent.
Sometimes you just get too busy.
Yeah, I'm too busy. But even being too busy, here we are doing the show any damn way.
Yeah.
But maybe Mike will be back next week. Maybe not. I mean, I know he'll be back in the good old U.S. of A. I just don't know if he's going to be up to being on here or not.
He's going to try.
Yeah. Either way, we'll put something together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hopefully, if we ever get any time to figure out the streaming stuff, hopefully we can get some live stream of some game content up here. If I can, maybe I'll look into getting a capture card and seeing if I can run it through the PlayStation. See if that might be easier, but hopefully we'll try and get some more stuff up on the channel for everybody. And thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, peace out.
See you guys. Thank you.